Are you new to the government market and you want to decide what you want to sell? If so, this video is going to show you exactly step by step how to figure out what industry you want to enter when pursuing government contracts. My name is Desmond Acho, founder of USA Contract Solutions, where we specialize in helping businesses win government contracts. So you're new to government contracting or you're already established, but you want to, figure out exactly what to sell to the United States government, right? So essentially, the first thing you really need to decide on, right, is to decide what it is that you want to sell. That's the truth, right? Like, what are you interested in? What industry do you want to enter, right? Like, what are you like what are some ideas that you have, right? That's the first thing. The first thing is to first decide what you want to sell and research to make sure that there's a market for it, right? And this goes back to the vision for your company. Like, what are the goals of your business, right? Like, how big do you want to grow this company? How big do you want to expand? How long do you want to do it for? Just a 5-year business, a 50-year business, right? Obviously, you want to make money. I get that, right? But what's going to drive you apart from making money? Is it for impact? Do you have a particular solution that you want to develop, right? Do you want to employ a lot of people? Like, what is the goal for the company, right? Then you want to figure out what are your skill sets so that you can actually align, your skills with the goals, but better yet, align the goals with your skills. Because if you need to develop more skills to achieve these goals, then that's what you're going to have to do. Okay, so what are the ideas for your business, right? The first thing is, well, you obviously not to pursue government contracts. There's 3 ways you can make money with government contracts. The first way is to be a contractor. As a contractor, you're selling your services directly to the government, right? As a consultant, you're going to help other businesses pursue government contracts. And as a reseller, you're going to resell supplies, to the government. So the question is, like, what are you passionate about, right? What are you passionate about? Are you just trying to create a company, right? Like, what are your goals? How long do you want to take this, right? So if you're going to be a contractor, that's totally okay. The government probably buys your services. More than likely they buy your services, right? So you got to ask yourself, what is your offer, right? What is your value proposition? Do you have experience, delivering this particular solution, right? And do you have the experience required, to actually win the contract? You see what I'm saying? If you're going to be a consultant, right? Like, what kind of client do you want to support, right? What industry do you want to enter? Do you want to support construction businesses? Do you want to support cleaning companies, IT companies, right? What kind of businesses do you want to support, right? And it goes back to the goals of your company. Like, where are you headed, right? Really figure out the vision for your company before you start deciding what you want to sell, because it's all about, it's about a destination, right? But the journey to get to that destination is going to vary for whoever you are, right? So figure out, hey, what is my destination, right? Now the question is, what road do I need to take to get there? What vehicle do I need to take to, get to my goal? Quick story about me. I had very big goals, right? Now I feel, okay, what vehicle can I use to get to my goal? Well, first I started winning my own contracts, and I realized that, well, it's gonna be a long ride, right? So I decided, let me speed up a little bit. Let me find existing companies. Let me consult these companies, help these companies win these contracts, right? Then they pay me by hiring me as a subcontractor, and I'm now gaining past performance as a subcontractor, right? But also getting the skill of doing government contracts. So now eventually I'm helping them win. Now I'm essentially stacking my past performance. So now I can go win my own contracts, and essentially shortening, that journey, right? So you really have to figure out what are your goals, right? What are the goals for your company? Now, if you're going to be a reseller, right, resell different products, right, you need to first decide what you want to sell, okay? I get you want to sell everything to the government, but you really need to figure out, hey, what products do I want to really focus in for the next 5, 10, 20 years? Because like I said, it all goes back to your goals, right? Like, if you want to resell products, that's fine. Pick an industry, but stay there and deliver tremendous value inside that particular industry, okay? So there's a contractor, consultant, and a reseller, right? Whichever avenue that you want to pursue, the first thing is you must decide what you want to sell, or at least have an idea of what you want to sell, right? Now, well, better yet, you must first decide, the goals you have set for your company. That's the first thing. Decide your goals. What are your goals? How big do you want your company to be? How much revenue do you want to make every single year? How many employees do you want, right? How big do you want to expand? And then look at your skill set and say, okay, based on my skills, right? What can I do? If I'm a contractor, okay, cool. What can I provide to the government? If I'm a consultant, what kind of business do I want to support? If I'm a reseller, what products do I want to sell, right? So once you really define what the goals are, right, the first step that you want to go to is NAICS.com, right? NAIC.com. Now on this website, you can actually come in here. See, I searched cleaning earlier, right? Let's just say we search cleaning. In here, it gives me different types of cleaning, right? So this now allows you to take the idea and put it together with a NAICS code. You can literally come in here and search whatever keyword you want, cleaning, construction, IT, right? Information technology, marketing, right? Come in here and just search a keyword, right? It will give you a list of different NAICS codes. In this scenario with the cleaning, we have different NAICS codes related to cleaning, right? So you need to now decide, okay, what kind of cleaning do I want to do? Let's say you want to do janitorial services, right? You can just come here, copy this code right here, right? The next step now, go to usaspending.gov. On USA Spending, you can now research this particular NAICS code, right? You're going to research this industry just to make sure that they're actually spending money in this industry. I don't want you entering an industry because you're so passionate about it, right? And then you go and find out, wow, I can barely make money to survive. You see what I'm saying? So let's find your passion and attach that passion with a NAICS code, but it's also validated by ensuring that they're actually spending money in this industry, right? So let's go to advanced search. You're gonna come in here, scroll down, and you're gonna put that NAICS code that we just found in there, right? That's the cleaning janitorial services. You're just gonna press search, right? It's gonna give you a map. On the map, it shows you how much money they're spending, on this particular NAICS code, right? On this particular service. So you can use any of these different NAICS codes, any different keywords, right? In fact, you can actually come in here and just put a keyword in there, right? Put a keyword in there, but we did NAICS code because it's more accurate if it's a NAICS code, right? So now, you come here right now and you can see on the website, on the site. So now you come here, right? You can see that they're obviously spending money in cleaning, $300 million, right? In Texas, they're doing $2 billion in cleaning as a whole, right? You can actually now narrow this down to the year. Let's say, hey, the past 3 years, because you want full, accurate data, right? The past 3 years, this is where a lot of money is going. Texas did $450 million in cleaning services, right? This, the janitorial NAICS code, right? So obviously there's a market for that, right? That's the first thing. You can even take it a step further. Go to FPDS, right? On FPDS, you're gonna come in here, you're gonna search that NAICS code, right? Now, FPDS is a database of previously rewarded contracts. You can see that people are winning, $54,000 contracts and so on, right? Now, obviously, this is 2002. So you want to press, sort by date sign, right? Now, this is literally February 2002. This company out of Dallas, Texas, won a $15,000 contract or so with the VA, right? The company is called Triple B Cleaning Inc., right? So what you can do now is you just press view, and view the details of this particular contract. So this contract was signed on this date. It looks like it's a 1-year contract, right? From this date to this date, 1-year contract, $15,000, right? That's a little bit. How big is the property? We don't know, right? So kitchen hood cleaning services. Okay, that's not bad. $15,000, right? Numbers of offers received. There was 1 bid received, right? Now you kind of get an idea of the industry, right? Okay, interesting. This is about this money here, right? You can actually go back and look at other, different companies winning contracts. So essentially, you can literally use this database right here and see, what opportunities are being rewarded. You can see right now, $15,000 contract there a few days ago, right? This other company won a $224,000 contract, right? And so on, $12,000 contract, $10,000 contract, right? You can actually see who the top 10, agencies are that are rewarding these contracts. You can also see the companies that are winning these contracts as well, right? You can take it a step further with some advanced searches here. I'm not gonna do this right now because, for the sake of the video, but I do have a training showing you exactly how to use FPDS. It's on my channel, so definitely, I'll link that in the description below. We also have a training showing you exactly how to use USA Spending, right? So to make everything simple, right, the steps that you need to do is you need to first identify the NAICS that you want to work with, right? So first, figure out what are the goals for your company. Like, where do you want to take your company over the next 5, 10, 20 years, right? And then really figure out what industry you want to enter in, what you're passionate about. If you're going to be a contractor, that's okay. Figure out what NAICS codes align with what you want to provide, right? If you're going to be a consultant, that's also okay. Just figure out what kind of clients you want to support. And remember, when you're consulting, right, you're only as good as your client, okay? So you need to make sure that the clients that you pick, are actually competent and able to do contracts, because if you pick a company that's terrible, guess what? You're gonna get terrible results, right? So increase your probability of winning the contract by actually getting quality clients. If you're reselling, figure out what you want to sell, right? And stay there. No need to try and sell everything to the government. It's just not gonna work, right? But pick a few products that you want to sell, get a lot of vendors in those industries, right? And just go deeper and build a stronger foundation for your business to last, 10, 20 years, right? And once you really figure that out, find the NAICS scores that align with what you want to provide to the government as a contractor, and then research it in USAID spending to ensure that they're actually spending, money in those industries. Then from there, you can also research it in FPDS, where we see, who's actually winning these contracts and getting the details, of different opportunities, right? Like for this one, for instance, this was a $1.9 million contract, right? This was signed, in 2022, but they've been doing this since 2018. So it's probably like an extension that they extended it, right? And it's going to be ended, September 2022. How many bids were on? This is one bid also, right? This is for janitorial services at this area right there, right? So you get to research the industry to learn that, hey, there's actually money being spent, right? The next way to really decide what you want to sell is, you see that they're spending money in USA spending, right? You see companies are winning contracts in FPDS, right? Well, next step, just go to SAM and also search and see what's out there, right? So I already did it already, but I just typed in cleaning, and I did in Texas, right? And I also did the posted in the past week, like updated in the past week, and we saw 4 opportunities, that align with the keyword cleaning. I could actually come in here under product and service and actually add the NAICS code itself, right, for janitorial services and see what comes up. Well, look at that. We have actually one. If I take this off, what happens? Okay, so it's only one opportunity under the janitorial service NAICS code, right? That is active right now and posted in the past week, right? So this could be a great opportunity. Actually open this up and read it. See if there's something that you can do, right? Like this contract right here was in the pre-solicitation phase, so it's pretty early in the process right now. This is great. So this requirement is for officers and park cleaning. So right here, this is actually a pre-solicitation, okay? So this is not even in the marketplace yet. So now, if you were in this industry, this is good news for you because now this isn't the contract yet. They're going to be posting it in the next few days, right? So if I was actually logged in, you could actually press follow and, it would allow you to actually follow that, and then you get notifications in your email, if you could do that particular job, right? See, I'm not logged in, right? The moral of the story is this, okay? If you want to win government contracts, you really need to decide what you want to sell, right? Decide what you want to sell, and you have to do the market research to understand if there's a market for it, right? That's the first thing. It's just like any kind of business. You want to make sure there's a market for your business. Now you're going to go out of business, right? I think your idea is, right, go to NAICS.com and just type in different keywords and find the NAICS codes that are attached with those different ideas, and then research those NAICS codes inside USA spending, inside FPDS, and also go find opportunities on SAM.gov to see if there's anything in the marketplace that you can actually do, right? Now, let's say you go find an opportunity on SAM.gov and it's old. That's okay. You can still read it, get an idea of how the solicitation is going to be posted. Let me just show you, right? So if you go on SAM and you go back real quick, and we just did the cleaning, right? Let's take off this past week thing, right? Just do anytime. You're gonna see a whole lot more opportunities, right? So now you want to just click this one right here. Okay, cool. This was February 1st. Now this one, it was actually rewarded already. You can actually click the solicitation part, right? Come here, look at the documents, right? Let's find the solicitations. Now you can read through this right here and see what they want you to do, right? Clean the floors, stairways, carpet floor cleaning, right? You can now read what they want you to do and then go back here, right? Go to the bottom and then press reward notice, right? And then see how much they rewarded the contract for. So this contract was rewarded for, this was a $6 million contract, right? $6,365,346.95, right? This is a $6 million contract, and guess what? The entire scope of work is right here. You can now read this, and then if you're already in the industry, now reverse engineer how they got to that $6 million number, right? And then you're like, you know what? I could have probably done it for $6 million flat, right? Now you know what the industry is looking for, because you literally just went and found a contract that was recently rewarded for another company, right, at $6.3 million, and you could do it at 3, but you didn't bid the contract. So now you get to study that particular contract, right, and just learn more about the industry, so that moving forward, you find pre-solicitations like we just found a second ago, follow them, and then when it comes for bid, you now know how to bid the contract. You see what I'm saying? This was a phenomenal example, by the way. Or the story is this: if you want to win contracts, you must first decide what you want to sell to the government. That's the first thing, right? Have an idea, then use that idea and validate that idea. So you take the idea, find a NICS code for that idea, right? Then you research that idea to make sure there's a marketplace for it. Use FPDS, USA Spending, right? And then go on SAM and actually see what opportunities are in the marketplace right now or were recently rewarded, to other companies. Then just see what they put together, read the requirements of how they put the bid together, right? See their prices and then reverse engineer it to see if you can meet those same requirements. And if you can, then that's a green light. You should pursue that particular industry, okay? So hopefully this video helped you decide, what to sell to the government. Please leave some comments below. Let me know, what your feedback is, what industry you guys are in, and also if you have any questions, please put them in the chat. That way I can create some videos, for you moving forward, answering your questions. If you got some vibe from this video, please do us a favor and like the video. Honestly, please like the video for us. The YouTube gods, we want to help because there's a lot of people that don't know how to win contracts, and I don't want you to be one of them. And since we have so much value on this channel right here, I want more people to learn about this channel, to learn actually how to win government contracts, right? So if you need help, there's some links in the description below. Check those links out. We're here to support you. You're one contract away. Peace.